Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Wow.
Hey guys, it's your boy Tel, or Izora, whatever you want to call me. I thought I'd do a quick keybind guide for new PvPers in Legion, since there are quite a few people just getting into Legion. This will kind of help them out. This isn't specific to Demon Hunters. It's kind of a guide for every class. But let's just get into it. So now, when you're a new player and you have no binds, you're gonna be walking around with like your keyboard, you're with space, looking around like this, just going about whatever. The first thing you want to do is actually go into your keybinds and completely take away the arrow functionality from your keybinds, right? And just use W, A, and D, all right? And then hold the right mouse button, and you can kind of tread your camera around as you're moving, alright? Now, this is like a basic kind of mechanical thing that you have to do in WoW, even if you're a raider. You do need to use WASD. Now, for keybinds, what I actually kind of did when I was first starting, and then I just went with it, this was all the way back in Wrath when I first started PvPing, is I kept backpedaling, and backpedaling has no place in PvP, alright? You can get away with it in PvE, but there's no reason to backpedal. Like here, I will quickly use this to show. So you can go backwards like this. Say you're trying to turn around and go to that rock, right? Obviously doing backpedaling is much slower. Alright, but now, same thing, all I have to do instantly turn around and go. You just pan your camera, use A and D to move about. It's literally just an instant turn where you can move, so you're pretty much going at 50% increased speed. That's a big thing. I actually unkeybinded S, so I wouldn't backpedal, and I would learn to properly move. A good way for for yourself to move in PvP is actually to find a target like this and just walk around it, strafe around it. Kind of keep yourself centered as long as you can. Keep moving your mouse, so get used to it. And then strafe left, and this will kind of build a little bit of muscle memory towards it. Now on to the actual keybind parts of the guide. Now you've got that down. You want to bind things right off the bat that are close to WASD. So for instance, I actually rebound S, alright, to an ability, or to my bar. So in this case it's actually, to my action bar, this case it's actually health stone, but because I'm a demon hunter, so I have like no abilities to actually press. But if I was on my monk, it would be iron brew, so I put a defensive on it because it's really quick. I'll have to use my middle finger, press it, and I'm good to go. So rebinding it to an ability or an unbinding backpedal from WASD in general is just really good. The next keybind you'll want to do is E. Alright, I typically put my slows on E, or I'll like shift E for if I have more than one slow. R is my interrupt, and you want to have your interrupt on E, R, Q, maybe F, something really close to WASD so you can press it quickly, because not being juked in PvP is really important, and when you want to actually kick someone, you need to be able to do it on point. You don't want to kick half a cast, get juked, like they fake casted you, and now they get free cast. Also, having your trinket on a bind that can really easily and really quickly be pressed, like Honorable Medallion, for instance, your like out of CC trinket, is also really important. You get out of things quickly. It kind of explains itself. Having important things on the binds close to WASD is your starting point. So for instance, if I were you, this is how I did it. When I first started binding, I actually bound Q to my trinket and E to Hammer of Wrath, because I was playing a paladin at the time. Alright? So just having those 2 binds helped me improve so much more, because I didn't have to click. You know, you don't have to start out with like 30 keybinds, 40 keybinds, 50 keybinds like I have. You can literally just start out with Q. All right. When you feel comfortable with Q, you press, you keybind E. When you feel comfortable with E, you keybind R. So you just kind of continue on that path, and eventually you'll get more keybinds. I have, Q, E, R, T, S, F. I have G. I have V because it's right above space, so it's a quick press for me. I also have Z because it's a quick press as well. H is a little bit of a farther one, so I typically put a mobility cooldown on there. For my monk, it's Flying Serpent Kink, and for a demon hunter, it's Vengeful Retreat. Now, if you have a Naga, it's gonna be pretty a lot easier for you. If you have to keybind a lot, like maybe 3 or 4 more things just to start out off the bat, that will help you a lot more. Like my Naga 5 is Nemesis, 4 is my Trinket. I actually have a Logitech, but that's pretty much a Naga. Like my 20 button is Meld. 17 is Spectral Sight. You can kind of go on that. Another tip for keybinders is your main 6 abilities you want to have on your bars. Just 1 through 6. Don't go past 6. If you go past 6, it's actually going to get, like, it's too far of a space for your finger to move. Alright, unless you have massive freaking dick fingers. Like, you gotta only go to 6. So I have a cooldown because I'm not going to be pressing it all the time. I can just Chaos Blades, meta, get in there, go ham. For people who don't have a Naga, alright, I'm going to target you more so in this video, just because not everybody has one. It might just be starting PvP. You don't really see the importance of it, and it's not that important. I got my first, 2K way back in Wrath as a, I only had binds up to like here, and maybe 6 or 7 binds, and the rest I would use macros I made and stuff like that until I actually got a Naga. So here's an example of a macro. Let me find one. Alright, here. Alright, so this macro right here. /cast no modifier hamstring. That was for my warrior back in the day. But you can apply it to anything. So if I were to type in, let's say, Throwglaive, right? Now the tooltips for Throwglaive is going to pop up. So if I press this normally, it'll throw my glaive. Now, let's say I want it to use, I'm just going to pick 2 random abilities. Fury of the Illidari. Yeah? So let's put that on my bars. Okay. So now, if I press U, it'll just throw my glaive. Crab. Okay. Throw my glaive. Now, if I press Shift, see the tooltip right there change? So for the same button, I can press, just U by itself, and it'll throw a glaive. Or I can press Shift U, which is very close to caps and tabs, so it should be very used. It'll use my glaive throw, or my Fury of the Illidari. The reason why this is important is when you don't have a Logitech or a Naga, you will get kind of cluttered. So you can put, say, a single target ability on Chaos Strike and an AoE like Illidari or even Blade Dance secondary. So you can use the same ability on the same bind, save space on your bars, doesn't get overly cluttered, and also be able to still properly play. So try pressing Shift right now. It isn't actually that difficult, and you'll be able to use a lot of Shift modifiers for level 1s. Hope you guys enjoyed my PvP keybind guide. It works for PvE as well. Just running back to my body now. But have a good one, and I'll catch you around. Peace.